Yo, what's up guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Rimuru X Harem, Regret and Returning into the Past. By peaches0531. Chapter 10. Rimuru-sama. She's awake, said Shuna. I asked Shuna to look after Ruminas. I've also casted a movable barrier to her in case Ruminas is still unstable. I brought back Ruminas after losing consciousness after yesterday's event. I could just bring her back to Rubario's and leave her with her attendants, but I can't meet Hinata and or anyone from the church for now. They play a big role concerning Yuki. As I walk into the room, I can see Ruminas already sitting on the chair besides the window. I'm relieved her crimson red eyes and that black feathered-like wings are gone. How are you feeling? I asked while approaching her. She didn't respond. Instead, she stood up with a serious face and with those glistening heterochromatic locking on my own. Even I in the past timeline gets bewildered by these eyes. She hugged me suddenly with one arm locking onto my waist. She got closer. Damn, she smells so good, and said with a seductive voice, "Darling, take responsibility." And then Seal mingled through thought acceleration. Less than I advise Master to accept her offer and make her his fiancée. Greater than. What? Why Seal? Less than it will help Master a lot in the future by the church being under Master's control. Greater than. Well, that does make sense, but about Hinata, the clergies, Granbell and many other things? Less than. That's why I'm saying Master to accept, and Master can tell Ruminas Valentine what she should do, so it will still be the same as the last time. Greater than. Sometimes Seal, you're kinda scary, but why fiancé? Aren't you always saying that you only being my wife is enough, and I've already see you as my wife, Seal, since in the past. Less than it was in the past, Master. I don't mind Master having multiple wives as long as I'm number one. And Master doesn't have a choice. If Master won't take her as a wife, she will cause many conflicts in this timeline, including the events in Walpurgis and the church invasion. Greater than. I guess you're right, Seal. I have to force myself accepting her as my fiancé. That's the only choice, I guess. Less than lie detected. Greater than. Okay. Ha, stop. I'll accept, then I'll believe in you, Seal. Less than. Foo. This just the tip of the iceberg, dear. Greater than. What did you say, Seal? Did I hear it right? Less than. It's just your imagination. Greater than. Haha, I guess. No, it wasn't you, clearly said thought acceleration disconnected. Seal always shuts me out. And now she's not just with Shizu-san, but also Shion is with them, and when Shuna is available they pick her up from the clothing department. I had a bad feeling when Seal starting to gather those girls. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. She did help Shizu-san by training her. Maybe Seal is planning to help all of her selected subordinates. Well, let's leave that for the future. Are you sure about this decision? Don't forget that you're actually God Luminous, and I'm the leader of this monster village that is the enemy of the church, asked Rimuru, assuring her decision. Ruminas was shocked for a bit after hearing that Rimuru actually knew about her epithet. How did you know about that? Ruminas asked while showing a bit of hesitation. I have my sources, but don't worry, I won't tell anyone about your secret, answered Rimuru while giving her a warm smile as if assuring her that he can be trusted. That's some scary source you got there, Ruminas said while starting to look at the ground. I am actually swallowing my pride, you know. And I don't really care if my believers start to decrease. I just want to be with you. I've never been interested in men since before tea. This a first for me, she continued. That. Is it proper that I am the one proposing and chasing after you? Ruminas said while now started to have a sad expression and left go of Rimuru's waist. I totally got carried away. Seeing Ruminas this way made me completely forgot that she the haughty type of girl and is interested in dressing up cute and beautiful girls. In the past timeline she was never really that interested with me and is totally focused on Chloe and Hinata. She even gets jealous if Chloe shows affection towards me. I guess having my gender back changes a lot. Well, as a man of culture I gotta take the lead, and I don't want this kind of Ruminas. It'll affect her domineering image and I don't want her to lose her confidence. I've grabbed her hands and pulled her into facing me, and I started caressing her soft white cheeks. If you say it like that, I've always been attracted with those heterochromatic eyes of yours, said Rimuru while starting to lean on her side. Can you be my queen of the night? Rimuru whispered in her ear and nip it. Ruminas blurted and starts to heat up instinctively. She bared her two white fangs onto Rimuru's neck after a few seconds. Ara, thanks for the meal, while licking her fingers seductively. Ara, if you're that persistent I can't say no, can I? Those are some big words coming from you, chuckles. Aha ha ha. Cough. As I was saying, we can have our marriage in the future, but not for now, I hope you understand, said Rimuru while panicking. Ara, I am fine with it, I can wait for eternity, darling. I'm glad she got her haughty and domineering side again. She hugged me and said, I love you, darling. I was caressing her hair while she hugs me. After a few minutes I told her on what she should do for now. She wanted to stay a little longer, but she's still the leader of the Ruberios. After promising that I'll give time to visit her, she finally agreed. Less than master, greater than I know, Seal, I'm already waiting here on the hill. Less than no, master, I Maya, greater than I. No, Milim, it's okay, I got this. Less than hey, greater than, did you just smirk, Seal? Less than it's just your imagination, greater than. Dragu Buster. What, Milim wasn't like this in the past timeline? Rimuru said while running from the barrage. Boom. An enormous fog of dust appeared after someone landed. So it's you, I won't submit under you, said a mature girl with a domineering presence.
Wait. What do you mean submit? I didn't know what you're saying, can't we talk this out? Rimuru said while trying to give an awkward smile. Enough with the talk. You should be honored that I, the destroyer, Demon Lord Milim Nava, will be the one to kill you, she said, and magicules started to gather in front of her. Dragu Nova. What the hell, it's a full power Drago Nova. Rimuru used turn null to disperse that attack. If he didn't do it and just avoided the attack, it would certainly wipe out a large part of the forest including his town. What did you do? Milim was surprised on what happened to her Drago Nova. It doesn't matter now, you've done it. The space around Milim started to stutter. She activated Stampede and her ultimate skill Wrathful King Satan. After that the area around Milim started to distort. Tenma. Milim infused Stardust on her Tenma and started charging up an incredible amount of magicules on her sword.
Less than notice. The individual Milim Nava EP. 287,493,284 and rising, greater than.
What, Seal, why didn't you tell me about Milim here? What the hell happened to her? Why is she this aggressive?
Less than sigh, greater than I guess you were trying to say something earlier after all. Less than the individual Milim Nava doesn't want to submit to master because both of you are true dragons and dragonoid alike. She doesn't want to be under master. Dragons decide everything through fighting and power, greater than. What? I'm already a true dragon. When we encounter the Empire while saving Veldora, why didn't she engage me the last time, but now she did? Less than answer. The individual Milim Nava in the past timeline didn't see master as a threat because master was genderless and she already acknowledged master as her best friend and trust master with all her heart, greater than.
What do you mean, Seal? I'm confused. This just doesn't add up. Less than female dragonoids doesn't want to be dominated by male dragonoids that are weaker than them. And by master having a gender in this timeline, the individual Milim Nava wants to kill you because she doesn't want to have an offspring from someone weaker than her. The reason why there are no dragonoid race was because the first ancestor itself didn't let herself be dominated and didn't find someone that can overpower her. Even the individual Guy Crimson only fought on a stalemate with her for months, thus there is only the individual Milim Nava greater than. So what should we do, Seal? I don't want to hurt all of our friends including Milim. I know she's tough, but I don't want to cause her pain.
Less than answer. Master should release 10% of his true deity Haki. I suggest master to do it to the imaginary space, greater than. Rimuru followed CL's suggestion and transported Milim and himself to his imaginary space.
What's this place? I'm going to kill you, said Milim, rushing to Rimuru and swang her Tenma, and it released a crescent-shaped pink energy towards Rimuru. That amount of power can slice the moon in half, but the aftermath shocked her. Rimuru, before getting hit, Rimuru just gave her a smile, and while just pinching the incoming attack, it shattered into nothingness, and after that he releases his true deity's Haki to 10%. Milim's POV. After I release my gathered energy infusing Stardust and multiplied its damage using Wrathful King Satan, he just pinch it like it was some fly heading his face. For 2000 plus years this is the first time I felt dominated and overpowered by an insanely amount of power. Only one thing comes into my mind as so cool.
You win, I give me up, I shouted towards him while disabling my battle form and Tenma. After that he gave me again one of his smile. Doki? What did I just? After that we came back to hill earlier. End of POV. Ooh, you almost destroyed the forest demon Lord Milim. Rimuru shouted to her because they were quite far away from each other. I see, I'm sorry, this is the first time I meet a dragonoid like me and I just wanted to see your strength. Milim answered while giving a really contented smile. Is this even Milim? She's kinda super mature and be beautiful, Rimuru murmured.
Cough cough, I'll give you this because you were sincere with your mistakes. I handed her a jar of honey. What's this? She asked while tilting her head. It's called honey and it's really sweet, give it a try.
She was pausing for a while and then tasted the honey. Www. Did you like it? Rimuru asked worriedly because she was shaking. What's this Noda? It's so delicious Noda. Well, there goes that other Milim. Sigh, but it's okay, I'm not comfortable with that other side of her and I really like it better, this childlike and destructive Milim. I'm glad you like it. If you like we can be friends, then you can try more kinds of good food from my town. With a teasing attitude.
Really, then from now we will besties Noda. I'm Rimuru Tempest, nice to meet you Milim. It's good to meet you also Noda. Then from now on you can call me Rimuru and I'll call you Milim.
Wahahaha. Because you're my bestie I will agree to that. You're lucky because I only let other demon lords call me by my name Wahaha. Speaking about demon lord, don't you want to be a demon lord Rimuru? You're really strong, stronger even than Guy. I'm thinking about it, what's good in being a demon lord though? He. Many strong enemies will come for you and you can boss anyone around, Milim said proudly while puffing out her almost non-existent chest.
Aren't you just bored? After hearing those she was shocked and petrified. It's the same as her reaction in the past. Chuckles. PFFT. What is it Noda? Nothing Milim, I just find you cute. See cute Noda, she said while started blushing. After a few minutes of silence. Why won't you go with me Milim and visit my town? There's lots of interesting things there and food, Rimuru said while offering to lead the way, smiling at her. Really? Then let's go Noda.